Okay, welcome back to the stream. I'm very sorry that I'm having streaming issues right now. I didn't expect that my streaming program would have any problem with Prepared, but apparently it has. And so, well, I'm having kind of a problem here with the streaming. Just a minute. It's not very smooth, but I'll keep on streaming for the moment. We are going from Chenega Bay Airport to Boswell Bay Airport. We are in Alaska, and we are currently continuing our series to fly through all the ORBX covered regions that there are to experience. So I'm really sorry that there are these problems with the streaming, and you can see the weather isn't very optimal for VFR flying, but we're going to continue this journey. It's very choppy. It's a very choppy frame rate here, and I don't know how to get rid of that. This is Prepared actually, and as you can see, I'm having some issues with the choppy frame rate as long as I'm streaming. So I'm very sorry for this choppy frame rate, because I wanted to show you Prepared in all its glory, but now this isn't working as I planned it to be. Let me check something here. Okay, so just that you know, I'm not having these choppy frame rates when I'm flying in Prepared without streaming. I only have this choppy frame rate when I'm streaming, so this is completely new to me. But I hope that you can ignore that. So I'm gonna keep on streaming, and because we didn't continue this flight because I had to finish the Around the World series that I made, and so I just keep on flying. Okay, I'm trying to, or I will try to get rid of these problems somewhere or sometime else. So what is there to tell you about Prepared? I bought it last week, I think it was, and I immediately started installing it, and it's a rather big download. It's about 10 gigs, I think, and I then started to install all my add-ons that I have for FSX, which also have a license or an option to install them for Prepared. And so this basically the most important products that I have are FTX Global Vector, and OpenLC Europe from the ORBX range, and of course Alaska. I installed that just to be able to continue this flight with you. I also installed Rex Essential textures. I also installed Opus FSX as a weather engine, and well, yeah. So far, and some airplanes, of course, the Airbus X Extended and the Twin Otter that you can see here. Actually, I'm going too fast. I have to reduce the throttle a little bit. And so far I am very satisfied with the results, but you have to keep some things in mind if you're switching from FSX to Prepared. When I first started it, I immediately started to crank all the sliders up and to go for full detail, and that didn't work out pretty well. So I ended up with very low frame rates, and there's also a bug currently with the newest NVIDIA drivers, so I had to revert to a lower driver version. There, as you can see, there are some problems with certain programs, so I cannot stream with a decent frame rate in with OBS, and there's also a bug with the volumizing effect of the clouds. But to sum things up, even with the sliders at the middle, with the sliders in the middle, concerning scenery, textures, lighting, detail, and autogen, the sim looks so much better than FSX. And what the sim really is very good at is creating weather moods. I would call it weather moods or weather situations. As you can see here, this is actually volumetric fog, and the lighting, it's dawn, and you can see the reflections on the water and everything, and you can easily see that Prepared is superior to FSX in concerning lighting effects. And if you take a close look, the problem is that it's not a very sunny day, so I'm going to change the weather theme now. I'm going to change to fair weather, and as you can see, the frames suddenly go up. Take a look at this, and this is what Prepared really is good at. This is what Prepared really can do for you. It's the ability to create these absolutely fabulous mood. Take a look at this. I mean, take a look at the lighting. The trees, they cast shadows. The light comes over the hills. It breaks through the clouds, if you see here. And so I was really amazed to see that for the first time. But the sim doesn't come with it without downsides. So the first downside for me is if you have like very like you've seen before, very foggy, very overcast conditions, your frame rates will drop. And if you have areas with a lot of buildings, like big cities, your frame rates will drop seriously. The mentioned bug with the newest NVIDIA drivers, and I also had some problems with the volumizing effect of the cloud. So the sim doesn't come with its downsides, and of course, not every product is already available for Prepared, and not every product will be without cost. If you, for example, PMDG, I think for most of us flight simmers, the most important products there are if you're interested in commercial jet flying, then you have to keep in mind that they will offer a Prepared product, so they have made their decisions to bring or to make their products Prepared compatible, but you will have to pay for it. So of course I think they will make an upgrade price for existing customers, but the thing is, you will have to pay money for the Prepared version. So this is certainly a downside, because if you have a lot of add-ons for FSX, then why pay for them again for Prepared? So I think the best solution is that some developers are offering Prepared versions for a small fee, like maybe $2 or $3 like Rex Essential does, so that's okay for me. I can do that, but I'm not going to buy every add-on again for Prepare. And don't forget, this is still FSX. It is not a 64-bit application. It has some of the problems that FSX has. For example, the rain and the snow effect, like the heavy rain and the heavy snow effects, they are ugly as hell. They really have to change that, because they were already bad in FSX. And to my experience, maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe I have some driver issues, I don't know, but the rain effect in heavy rain and heavy snow is like going to hyperspace with the Millennium Falcon. Actually, you don't see shit. If there is also fog in the situation, a lot of clouds, you just see a gray soup before your in front of your airplane, and this hyperspace kind of tunnel. So please, if anyone is listening from Lockheed Martin, please change this, okay? And what else is there to say? Well, the lighting, of course. That's the one of the big issues, or that FSX always had problems with. And as you can see here, take a look, okay? Take a look at the sun rays here. You can see the wipers casting shadows here on this crate. And if I'm changing the course, take a look at this. Okay, so you have a full lighting engine now incorporated into the simulator, where this engine really creates some very nice effects. And you can see that when you're landing at a rural airport, you can see the trees casting shadows on your airplane, and that's really gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and it does so much for the immersion. I know that there will be a lot of people out there who will tell you that I don't care about the graphics, I just want to have good simulation of the airplane, and they certainly have their points. Personally, I very much agree with them, but I am also a guy who loves eye candy. And I mean, with all the eye candy games around us, if you take a look at what development they're going through, then you can easily understand that you're not accepting these barren landscapes anymore. You want to see some more plastic. You want to see more plastic terrain, and you want to have these lighting moods that the engines now can provide you with, and Prepared does a very good job at this. And in my opinion, one of the big advantages of Prepared is it is very stable. It starts up fast, and I already had one crash the desktop, I think, and it does have its quirks, but overall I can tell you that it is very stable. And maybe I have to add that I didn't tweak Prepared so far. Okay, I didn't introduce any tweaks in the config files. In FSX, I tweaked as hell. Okay, I've added a lot of tweaks in the FSX files, and so that's also advantage, because you know that if you introduce a tweak into your config files, you will also have advantages but also disadvantages. One of the big disadvantages for me in FSX with my tweaks is that I have a lot of blurries in the terrain, but I'm having a fluid simulator experience. But if you take a look at this, when I'm zooming in here, the terrain is very sharp down there, and it reloads very quickly, so I'm not having that in my FSX installation. Okay, so this is one big advantage of Prepared, and I'm really happy that I can show you this. And actually, if you pay close attention to the screenshots that ORBX is offering on their webpage to promote these products, you can easily see that they're using Prepared. Because Prepared, if you're cranking up Prepared, if you pull all the sliders to the right And if you then fly over a handmade ORBX region like this one, you will have a gorgeous experience. I mean, it's far from a good frame rate, but you don't need a good frame rate to make screenshots, right? So basically what they do is they crank all the sliders up and they make their screenshots, and they have beautiful screenshots. I mean, take a look at the screenshots they made of Ireland and their European region products. They are gorgeous, and so you have to know that. But they are, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm suspecting them to use prepared for their screenshots. So basically I'm just babbling about prepared right now. And we are already approaching Boswell Bay Airport. Let's take a look how this runway is situated. Actually, this looks funny because I don't see any runway here. So I've taken control of the airplane now. And we are approaching Boswell Bay Airport. So I'm going to follow the coastline here now. Autopilot is behaving very erratic now. Okay, we're going to fly over the airport, so I'm going so I can see how the runway is situated and everything. So take a look at this lighting. It is beautiful, and the cloud reflections in the water. see, that's the airport here. So the wind is, there's basically no wind. So I'm going to reduce power now. Flaps 1. Autopilot off. And we are going to land in Boswell Bay Airport. Hope this works out. Okay, flaps full. And welcome to Boswell Bay Airport. Going to... This is a... I think it's a downslope runway actually. Or upslope. So we're standing on it now. Okay, well, this was another live stream, and we're going to continue this, of course. I hope we are going to continue this in Prepared, and I hope that I won't have as many problems as I had today with the streaming. So I hope you enjoyed the first glimpse at Prepared, and as you can imagine, I am new to Prepared like many of you, and I hope that in the next live stream I will be able to tell you more about this this very amazing addition to our flight sim hobby. So as always, until the next time, I'm wishing you happy landings.